Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Page, social scientist and disease researcher. Over the last 10 years, I've been studying emerging infectious diseases and specializing in the movement of those infectious diseases from animals into human populations. And as a geographer, I've always stressed the social impact of disease and those social motives that create the overlaps of populations which allow the disease movement. During that time, I've worked extensively in sub-Saharan Africa, and that's allowed me to make connections with people around the world and create an all-star team of doctors and researchers, including Sagan Fryant, Michelle Varant, and Casey Chapman. And this collection of like-minded people gives us a really strong foundation for helping to rebuild the health infrastructure in Sierra Leone, while simultaneously helping to fight the current epidemic. How? We start by identifying survivors. Research shows that survivors of Ebola are immune for up to 10 years. That makes them ideal as first responders because it lowers the risk of spreading the disease to caregivers. Then we give them intensive training in Ebola response and set them up with responder kits. And those kits include things like bleach, buckets, rubber gloves, and gowns. And Ebola responders are also a conduit to advanced treatment and care for patients. Now, instead of strangers who speak a different language showing up, people at risk of infection will be cared for by someone who understands exactly what they are going through and who can bring an amazing level of compassion to their care. Once the infrastructure is in place for a quick response, the project can continue to grow, giving Sierra Leone the ability to react rapidly to any future outbreaks and provide in-home care. These local rapid response teams will also help to cut down on the spread of Ebola by eliminating the need for victims to travel hundreds of miles, interacting with hundreds of people before being isolated and treated. With local supply chains and local support, survivors can be the key to survival.